California, but the lights are shining bright here at the spectacular SoFi Stadium in metropolitan Los Angeles. Tonight we kick off Week 6 with a great Thursday night matchup between the Denver Broncos and the Los Angeles Chargers. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play. More from L.A. in a moment. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They start to drop. And right away, he lost the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. The fumble on 1st down. Now here's 2nd down. Wilson steps away to his left. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Well, sometimes the defense just beats you. Great coverage from the secondary, all of them in the proper position. So instead of trying to throw into tight coverage, he found a way to throw it away and come back and try again the next down.
Little trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11. Now Wilson. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down.
Oh, I thought he had that one, and that was nearly a big 3rd down conversion to give this drive some life. Instead, they're on the spot and help separate the receiver from the ball.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. They started on the ground with Eckler. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. It's 2nd down. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Back to throw. Mullen. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Pat Surtain. And the Broncos are going to take possession of the football. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now it's Wilson. This one complete to Jerry Jeudy. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So, as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
Open man Hamler, that's complete. Certainly not what they wanted there. No gain, and it's 4th down. What a dimension this man brings to this defense. He had his mind set there that he was going to get in and make that tackle. He really flew to the football.
And you can just see that whole play developing. That's where, as a defender, you just lock in on your target and say, I'm not even thinking about breaking stride. I'm running straight for the belt buckle because where it goes, that's where you find his body, and he was able to get in there and make a great play.
And his top speed, as computed by Next Gen Stats, not bad. He was pushing 20 miles an hour. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well, and kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
The Charger drive about to get going. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw again. Mullen looking for Murphy, and he finds him complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A gain there of 21 yards.
And that's how you shake off the interception you threw on the opening drive, come back and throw another strike and gain nice yardage. And I give credit to 2 people on this one. The man throwing the ball and the person calling the plays. They're not shutting him down early in this game.
That's out wide for Palmer. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. The Chargers at 0-5, just a dismal start to the year. And they come in the midst of a pretty bad stretch here. Losers of 5 straight.
And far be it from me to go ahead and go gloom and doom, right? If they fall down 7-0, 14-0, all of a sudden the cycle starts all over again. So the best way out of this for them, they need something to happen positive early in this game. That's a great way to help break this losing skid.
And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the 1st down. They love being physical.
Throwing on 1st down. Mullen. He'll get this out wide to Eckler. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Second down at 5. Up the middle they go. Oh, he's hit. He lost the football. Put it on the carpet. It's picked up by the Broncos. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. And they put it on the ground here on the second drive. And, of course, Charles, that follows drive number 1 where they had the INT.
Makes you wonder what's going on with this team, because a lot of times we can attribute it to nerves, but maybe it's a lack of focus. Maybe it's the preparation for the game. Maybe they just came into a little lackadaisical, because that's just not looking good at all. That's just not the...
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now a handoff up the middle. Wheeler, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's a quick throw caught by Allen. And he'll be brought down at the 27.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Three 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. They got to get it to the 21 here on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Mullen. That's complete to the tight end, Everett. And he will not make it to that imaginary yellow line as they get him to the ground at about the 23. It'll go as a gain of 4. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. They'll run for it with Eckler. And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the first. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration. Remember, that was 4th and a full 2 yards. There's a big difference between that and 4th and maybe 6 inches or a yard.
Yeah, you're exactly right, because when it's at 6 inches, you just fall forward and you pick it up, right? You just go quarterback sneak. But having to move bodies, that means you actually have to execute, because they know what you're going to do. How are you going to make the right play call and get everyone into the right spot and win at the line of scrimmage? That's what they did there.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
Oh, that's good decision-making right there. Understood down and distance. Knew it wasn't 3rd down, and he still had another opportunity to earn the 1st down. Good job throwing it away and avoiding an interception.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Mullen. Throw left side complete. That's Hardy. And the Chargers are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the 2nd quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
It's a loss of 4 on the 1st down play.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. They run the counter. It's Wheeler. Only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Back to throw. Mullen. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Well, so a drive that spans all that time, and yet you may only come away with 3 points here.
But your defense, all right, they actually like these long drives. They get to rest over on the sidelines for a while. But when you're not finishing with points in terms of touchdowns, that's frustrating. They've got to figure out how to close out these long drives and get 6s instead of 3s.
Hopkins' kick is good, and that will tie us at 3-3. Well, that drive just seemed to go for an eternity. I could kind of hear our sponsor saying, hey, we need to get our product pushed here. But then it ends in a field goal.
Yeah, how about that? Not enough time for product placement, but plenty of time to get 3 points out of the deal. I know that the guys on defense, though, they want to get those products out there. They want to stop that drive, just weren't able to do so.
This take it in at the goal line. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they come into this one off the loss over the weekend. But you say if you're going to play a Thursday night game, this is the week to do it.
It certainly is, because you get right back out there. You don't have time to dwell on things. And look, your game plan is going to be a little more limited, but so is theirs. So that's when you just appeal to your top players. Guys, you make plays in this one, we out-execute them, we can walk away with a win.
On 2nd down, it's Douglas, and he'll get about 3 up past the 25. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Here's Wilson. He'll go up top here for Hamler. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
And what did we talk with them about prior to the game? Their ability to move the chains, pick up first downs. So far, 0 for 3 on 3rd down. If that continues, they'll have little chance of winning this one.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Here's Hardy set to return. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. They are currently mired in a losing streak. Now they get the short week for the Thursday night game. Do you see that as a potential positive, or is this just more in what has been really a string of bad luck for them?
Well, to me, it comes down to leadership, and leadership's got to spin it into a positive and make it an advantage for them. Yes, we're in a losing streak. Yes, no one thinks we can win, but we have the resources we need right here in this room. Play better. Let's hang together and shock the world a little bit. Put it all together. They've got a chance of coming out with a W.
Let's go. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Looking to throw. Mullen. The ball comes out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. Well, CD, that's the 2nd time this half they've put it on the carpet. Now, the first one they lost. Good news here, it doesn't cost them.
They do say that things even out in the course of a ball game, so you mentioned they lost the first one. This time, able to retain possession, but they can't get into this habit. The ball can't continue to go on the ground.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. They're returning it. Here's Hamler. Following the punt return here, there's someone shaken up. More from L.A. in a moment. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
They'll keep it on the ground. Douglas. And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
On third down, Wilson. Man open, he's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. And he will step out of bounds down near the 10-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 68 yards. We know he's good at catching the football, but then after the catch, he's got escapability.
Not only that, he's got some toughness as well, because you know he's coached very hard to make sure he battles through, breaks tackles, and then they finish with, but don't fumble the football.
On first down, it's Douglas. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. A great effort there with his 13th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Broncos have moved out in front. Extra point from McManus is good. And the lead is now 10-3. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. Operating from the gun, Mullen. And that is incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. In motion comes the tight end left. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Trying to force it to Allen, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Pat Surtain. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. But Charles, you can just see the frustration on the sideline. Safe to say that's not how they expected this series to go. The ball only went one way, and it was backward into their own end zone, courtesy of the pick 6.
And, Brandon, how often do we hear offenses tell us before a game they want to end every series with a kick, right? A punt, a PAT, or a field goal. In case of a defense, they want to end with a punt or a takeaway. And we saw the takeaway right there, and it turned out to be a takeaway that turned into 6 points.
And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw again. Mullen. On the screen, this is Eckler. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 16 yards is the pickup there, and a first down for L.A.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Here we go, set.
On 1st and 10, Mullen. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right? Whether you're...
I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Off-play action. Mullen. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. And they'll send the tight end in motion left. Again, he'll drop to throw. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. They'll look to throw again. Forced out to his left. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Nick Bonito. And the Broncos are going to take possession of the football.
And the tough thing is when he goes back and reviews the film, he'll see that he already escaped the pocket. He could have gotten more himself by using his legs, and that might have been the better choice there instead of challenging the zone. A miscalculation on his part, and he pays for it with the interception.
And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. He'll go up top here for Hamler. And, oh, it's incomplete. Oh, that would have been 6 points, but somehow he couldn't rein it in.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle 3rd of the field where he threw that one. On 3rd down, it's Douglas. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the 1st. Now the offense going to use the 1st of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the 1st half. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now it's Wilson. This will be caught. Judy. Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Well, for teams that like to play man coverage,
Running corner routes can be tough on them because of the ability of getting into it. Sometimes you're squaring it off. Sometimes you're just rounding it. Sometimes there's a fake. Sometimes there's not. That makes it very, very difficult for a DB to stay with it.
Now Wilson on first down. Yeah, this is caught by Sutton. Touchdown Broncos. A great play there as the first half is winding down. And the Broncos will extend their lead here just before halftime. McManus's point after is good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And this is going to be returned from middle of the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And with 5 seconds to go, this will likely be our final play. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. So we come upon halftime with the visiting Broncos taking the lead to the locker room. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Chargers going to get the football first here in this second half, and they trail as we get back underway. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks. That ground game contained again there, Charles, and that's really a big reason that they're trailing right now.
And give a lot of credit to that defensive front. That's exactly what they worked for all week, to try and take away the run game, make them one-dimensional. In the battle of game plans, theirs has been superior.
Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Give him 15 yards on that one and a Charger first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
He's going to rifle one deep left side. Touchdown, Chargers. Well, Charles, kind of the future of this franchise on display right there. You had a rookie throwing it, a rookie catching it, and taking it into the end zone.
Could you imagine if we were in the owner's box right now and we could look at the front office and see the grins on their faces, to see the present making plays and knowing what the future will bring with these youngsters going out and making big-time moments happen for this team.
Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You can say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Wilson. Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy. It got his man complete. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
It doesn't look like this defense found the magic elixir at halftime. This offense was rolling in the first half, and that's continued here in the third quarter. Another big play right there.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Right back to Judy, and it's complete. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. So 3 plays, already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. Up the middle they go. Douglas. And a nice job to break free of 1 tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Douglas, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Broncos take a 3-touchdown lead. Extra point from McManus is good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. They did what they had to do to start this third quarter. Went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Back to throw. Mullen. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Well, thanks for joining us here on a Thursday night in the NFL. Third quarter, 2nd and 10 coming up. Throwing again. Mullen. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. On 3rd down, here's Eckler. And he'll only get this to the 47. He needed a few more yards to pick up the first. On on fourth down. Mullen, and it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The fourth down play doesn't work for the Chargers, and the Broncos will take over on downs. Well, that's another mistake there on the drop pass on fourth, and we've seen them do things like this all game.
It's not hard to figure out why they're down by that deficit. They haven't made plays that are going to keep them in the game or win the game all game long. That's another example right there. It all boils down at the end of it to execution. Either you make the play or you don't.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. And third quarter here, you've got the lead. This is where that strong run game can really benefit you. Stayed in bounds there, kept the clock going.
I like all the points you just made there. And if you throw the football and it's incomplete, now you stop the clock, and you've helped out the guys on the other side of the ball. So keep it in the hands of those runners. Keep moving it. Keep grinding clock.
62 yards rushing for him now as his fine rookie season continues.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
They'll run on first down. It's Douglas, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I'm getting the sense that Fletcher Cox is making offensive linemen want to take the week off when they have to play against him.
It's a regular routine for him, isn't it?
It really is. That play there, that's him all day long. Good luck trying to block him and keep him from disrupting your offense.
And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. 23 yards on the play.
That's a big league job there of getting out of the pocket, not panicking, and just buying himself some time. Then he made a good, accurate throw to set up 1st and goal.
Douglas. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal.
Got it.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Douglas. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's 3rd and goal.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a 3rd time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
On 3rd down, it's Douglas, and he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed. On 4th down, they'll try and run for it. And he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown. A great play there with his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 15 on the year. And the Broncos are looking to run it to 5-1 on the season as they add to their 4th quarter lead. McManus's point after is good, and that'll increase their lead to 28. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one. To throw on second down, Mullen. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
The offense on third down tonight, they're struggling. 0 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Looking to throw. Mullen. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. Give him 22 there on the 3rd down conversion.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there, it's going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Running on first down, Eckler. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4. 2nd down. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Back to throw. Mullen. That's going to be caught. It's Palmer. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 27-yard line. Looking to throw. Mullen. And he will find his man on the outside.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to leave the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness, there's a premium for all of that now.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Eighth play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on 3rd down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Wide open, it's Allen, complete. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And with this game well in hand, perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a 1st down.
But we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline because he certainly wants them to finish this one out the way they started it. He doesn't want to give up any soft completions, no late points. He wants his lead to stay right where it is.
On 2nd down, Eckler. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal.
And, Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
3rd and goal, try to make that scoreboard at least a little more respectable. Now a handoff up the middle. Wheeler, and he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Chargers get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. On is Hopkins now for the extra point. And that'll cut the lead back now to 21. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way that this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. And he will find his man Sutton. That's complete. And they're going to get this up to midfield. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They run the counter. Douglas. And he's going to be brought down inside the 45 at the 43. 87 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. On second down now. It's Douglas. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a third and about 3 to go. His carries tonight, they're getting up there, so maybe one of those every now and then is understandable.
I would agree with that. Understandable every now and then. Sometimes you come back and you fake it to him and go play action. But other times you say, okay, they got him on that one. We'll come back to him in another carry.
Wilson now to throw on third down. Got a man. It's Judy complete. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers 30. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. So first and 10 now from the 30. Wilson wants to throw it. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. Well, fourth quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
So now second and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Here's Wilson to throw. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. And the Chargers will take over here at their own 12-yard line. Well, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
The Charger drive about to get going. Facing a big fourth quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, their defense has really struggled. The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. The delay of game backs them up 5, first and 15. Back to throw. Mullen. He's going to let it fly. He's got a man complete. The 30. 10. 5. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. He put quite a bit of air underneath that touchdown pass. Of course, we knew that he had the strong arm.
That part was easy. You can see that throughout his college career. But what you want to know about a rookie is when the pressure's on, can you throw with touch? He just did right there. And, boy, it was pretty.
Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. Chargers going to use their third and final timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now a give up the middle to Williams. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. It's a gain of 8 there, and that should be enough to seal the victory. Another one in the books for his partner. Always great to be by your side. And both offenses, both defenses had some moments in this one, but I think you would agree these coaching staffs are also going to have some stuff to clean up on film.
Absolutely, partner, and let's face it, any game we get to watch from up here, it's going to be a blast. Do we want to get a real job? Absolutely not. Let's keep watching the NFL all season long.
So for Denver, their strong start to the year continues as they're up to 5-1. And they'll have a few extra days here now before they face the Lions next week. Meanwhile, for the Chargers, the downward spiral continues as they drop to 0-6 now. And now they'll head to the bye week as they'll be back in